Okay, so I'm just going to give a little word. This is the most important part here. Everybody has come and talk about the rules of the girl in the community or in the society. And then they've come to talk about the rules of government and empowerment. Please, this is the most important part. How many of you are entrepreneurs here? Please raise up your hands. How many of you are entrepreneurs here? Coppers. Do we have entrepreneurs in the house? Okay, so if we do not have the number of entrepreneurs in the house, that means we have not been doing well. I have businesses that I manage. I think I manage 3 businesses and they are doing very well. Please clap for me. And now we are trying to tell you, we are trying to encourage you on how to become better. They say that the youths are the future of tomorrow. And if none of you here are empowered through entrepreneurship, what we mean entrepreneurship are people who are bosses of their own, who have their craft of their hands. That's to say, when the government go on strike for 8 months, you can still have a stream of income. Am I right? Am I making sense? Okay, so please, if you are sitting in this room and you don't have any skill, go and learn it. Because very soon, you will become a boss of your own. And every entrepreneur is the money bag of the nation. Do you know that? Every entrepreneur is the money bag of the nation. So now I'm going to go to my guests where I ask them a few questions. Please clap for yourselves. Clap for yourselves now. Thank you very much. I love you all. You're all welcome. Okay, is the mic working? Okay, so I'll just like to start from you, Honorable. I guess I know you're an entrepreneur and you're a bosses of many businesses. Am I right? Okay, so I would like to know the parts of entrepreneurship. How is it that you're able to manage your businesses? And before you go to that question, I would like to ask 2 questions so you answer one after the other. So we'll just round up quick. What was it that motivated you to become an entrepreneur?
Thank you. Hello. Yeah, that is a very enterprising question in the first place. And what is enterprise? By definition, what is enterprise? Even in a layman's definition of enterprise, enterprise has to do with innovation, has to do with initiative, and has to do with management. And the integration of these stand you out as an entrepreneur. I became an entrepreneur right from university because I was motivated. I was inspired. When I was studying management business administration, I was inspired by various lecturers, especially those that taught me production management. That's network analysis, how to network, what we are doing today with computers. And I can bet you that when I was doing youth service like you, I was absorbed because I was made immediately as a scopper, personnel manager, acting personnel manager of the company. Because I used my project, which was published in International Journal, by the way. I made a asterisk there. I used the extract from there to write to the company and illustrate the company problems. I illustrated and gave them the strengths, exposed the strengths and weaknesses of the company. And they quickly absorbed me. It means I had created a niche. I broke the jinx because no one had achieved that goal before me. So for entrepreneurship, it's very inspiring. It's very interesting. You're a creator. You can imagine when you create, when you initiate. I was given 3 promotions in 1 year and promoted to company secretary and the personnel manager. But I left that office because I had a mission. I had a dream. And that dream was to become a full-blown entrepreneur. I left Enugu, the head office, where I had a Kuzi office for Port Harcourt, and started saying under the sun, I did not want to do anything that associated with mendacity. I didn't want to play to the gallery. No dissimulation. I was real. I was original. I told myself the truth. I had to build on strong premise, on no false premise. Because if I had remained in that cozy office, air-conditioned office, I would have missed my route. And I grew from there. I became a contractor. I started sourcing for business. And eventually, I became an engineering contractor in oil and gas. And I grew from there. Became major contractor as well, and paid in dollars and naira. I want to tell you something today. If you never need this, please go and write it on the wall. It is more beneficial. It's more gainful to be an entrepreneur than to be a salary earner. I tell you the truth. You there also have, most importantly, job satisfaction. Job satisfaction is key. With job satisfaction, I can tell you the truth, you raise your shoulders high. Because you become an employer and not just an employee. Why must you remain an employee? They tap your brain where you are an employee to develop their own system and take a little percentage from there to pay you. Come on, why don't you join the entrepreneur class?
Thank you so much.
I said I initiated this from school. I conceptualized this from when I was in second year in university and said, come on, I will not be a slave to any company. Even when they employed me because they saw what is in my head, they saw what is in me, they saw my concepts. Of course, they utilized my concepts, but I abandoned them and the concepts and left to go and start my own concept. And that is to go and initiate mine and develop mine. And that is how these people, all these people that built aeroplane, built tractors, built train, and all that. I bet you go and read your history, the history of technology, science and technology. None of them went to university. So you need to brainstorm. You need to brainstorm and of course ask yourself some subjective questions. You ask yourself some subjective questions, ask yourself questions, and then you'll be able to give answers to those questions. Do some research, do some brain work, do some consultations, and then look up to some people that you see as your mentors. Who are you looking up to? How did you grow up? How did you make it in life? And of course, you remember that business has a cycle. That's what we call business cycle. When you introduce your business, it was rough for me at the initial stage. But because I studied it, I know that it will take me some time before you start experiencing growth. And it took me about 3 years to experience the growth. So it means you must be resilient. It means you must be tenacious in order to achieve sagacity. You must have that commitment. You must have the patience. If you lack this, if you have being resilient, if you lack being tenacious, sorry for you. But I know you would accumulate all this, because these are what will throw you up to success. Irrespective of the amount of money your people must have given to you to start a business, if you do not have the skill, if you do not have the traits, which include that you must be able to brainstorm, you must be able to look outside the box, you must be able to have the patience, you must be able to be resilient, the business cannot thrive. It cannot achieve any trajectory. But for it to achieve trajectory, you must make your own reasonable, prodigious input.
Wow.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Please give him a round of applause. Okay, so I'll be going to you, Augusta, Miss Augusta or Mrs. Miss Augusta. What qualities do you think an entrepreneur should have? Just what qualities do you think an entrepreneur should have?
Okay, well, first of all, I'd like to say what ANSIBA means is the Anambra State Investment Promotion and Protection Agency. It's the agency in charge of attracting value to the state and managing the state investment portfolio. Now, what qualities should an entrepreneur have is simple. The world is going digital, so as much soft skills as you can have. If you can build up your skills in tech, in project management, in product management, soft skills right now, it seems it's better than hard skills. Although you might still want to have hard skills, but soft skills now, if you want to be able to compete fairly in the next generation of work. That's okay.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much. Sir, please, I would like us to just round up with this. Can you please tell us in a short word your advice to the youths and communities and society, how you think that their involvement in entrepreneurship will grow the economy?
Hello. All of you here, I can bet you, for you to have had the patience to remain here from morning to now, you have the potentials of being great in life.
Please clap for yourself. Please clap for yourself.
You're already demonstrating what I have been talking about, and that is that tenacity. You're already demonstrating it, and that means you have the capacity. It is only to leverage on the capacity you have, and of course all the opportunities that must have been provided by the government and the capitalists and the socio-economic system to leverage on all this, and of course you achieve the trajectory. But most importantly, conceptualization. Most importantly, initiative. Very importantly, brainstorming. Very importantly, obedience to law and order. And very importantly as well, you don't have to be faster than your shadows. Many of us today, it's not only youths, including those that are up to 70 and above, want it fast, too fast. And that is why some of them go to shrines, some of them carry drugs, some of them carry guns, because they want it fast. I can bet you can never achieve a sustainable system, a sustainable business, when you cannot allow period of growth. So my fellow young people, try and marry areas and businesses that are sustainable. Are you with me? Whatever you are doing in life, let it be sustainable. What is not sustainable is that one which you can say is a one-off. One-off. Like somebody dashes you 500K, 1 million naira. Before you leave the environment, it's possible you have squandered that money. But if the person teaches you where to fish, how to fish in good stream, in good water, it's not a question of teaching you, because some people teach people how to rob, how to carry drugs, how to do kidnapping. That is not sustainable, because before you know it, when you are caught, is this sustained again? It's not. But when you are doing a legitimate business, it can only take small time, and then you leverage on the opportunities available. I can bet you, all of you here, we have our presidents here, we have our governors here, we have our House of Parliamentarians here. In Jesus' name.
Amen. Thank you very much, sir. It was a very, in fact, you just made the job easy. You summed up everything I wanted to ask. We really appreciate you. And just a little word. Every single person here is an entrepreneur, whether you work under in the office or with the government, wherever you are an entrepreneur. All you need to do is put yourself to work. Don't just imagine, go to work. Like they say, okay.
Sorry, please. Just one area I want to touch, finally. Please, a lot of people, there has been an exodus. A lot of our young men and women have been migrating to other countries. I can bet you that throughout the world, I have personally taught, even much before I entered House of Assembly. I bet you Nigeria is where you have the greatest opportunity to survive.
Very true.
Yes, that is
Very
true. The reason is because this is our culture. We are immune to our culture. We know our environment. And Nigeria, we have great opportunities because of one, population. Those of you who have read elements of economics, you will know that population in every business is number one factor. Population. And that is why China is thriving. China is doing very well. Then even India has taken up. The level of trajectory Indian economy is achieving today is so prodigious. So you have the wide opportunities to make it here. So it's a question of thinking outside the box, and then leave those of them who are out there. Leave them. Many of them out there, we travel out there. Some of them even borrow money from us when we travel. Some of them cannot come back to Nigeria. Some of them, when they come here and meet you, you are doing far better than they are up there. But you are envying them, because here, our home is better than any other place.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much, sir. Please, can you just give us one rounding word for them?
Okay, like I said, what Ansiba is doing is simply to create value for the state. And according to the UN, Nigeria has the youngest population in the world, with over 70% of our people aged between 16 to 70, which means that the youngest people in the world are in Nigeria, according to the UN. So one of the things that Mr. Governor promised in his manifesto was to intentionally invest in the Anambra youth. And that's what this agency is for. Now, one of the things that we are working on is we're already in talks with a partner to bring in a person that can teach thousands of youth in Anambra State about the blockchain technology. You'd agree with me, like I said before, that the world is going digital. Now, with this blockchain technology, you can hack almost everything. Not hack in a bad way, I mean you get...
I understand.
Okay, great. So you can use this technology in various sectors, in the entertainment sector. Right now, we're having the metaverse. Imagine for a second where you're having concerts in the metaverse, and it's Anambra youths that are organizing this, promoting it, and making this work for them. We're talking about thousands of jobs, and our youth will be able to compete fairly, globally, everywhere. So these are some of the projects that we are trying to organize. If you look at the People's Manifesto, that's Mr. Governor's manifesto, you will also see where he mentioned the intentional investment in the entertainment sector. We're already in talks also to build a film village where entertainment is prioritized, because we believe that the Anambra youth have everything it takes to compete and excel in the entertainment industry. So these are just few things that we are going to do in the next couple of months or years, at least before this administration runs out. So I think the Anambra youths can actually look forward to it. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. At this juncture, we draw the curtain for this section, and I want to say a very big thank you to our governor, Professor Soludo, that has brought this and made this happen. I see that he's a working youth governor who is in love with entrepreneurship. Thank you so much, sir, for having you.